Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I grew up in New York when New York was New York. Not that little fucking yuppie shit they turned into. I grew up in New York when 42nd Street was 40 fucking Second Street, and that's where I learned about.
42nd Street.
That's where I learned about the pedophile. That's where I learned about the freak. That's why I learned about the technology of people and how they're built. Because when you're getting off your bus at 7 o'clock and you see fucking professional people, rabbis, people of fucking, not people of nothing, people of means that live in Wyckoff, New Jersey and get off a fucking bus and their first stop at 7 is a fucking peep show.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so don't tell me about your stupidity. I seen them firsthand in New York City. When you're coming home at 6, coked up, and you see people going to a peep show that aren't the slum of the earth. These people have suits on and fucking Rolex watches, and they go pull their dick and see two disgusting people. You ever go into one of those fucking things? They have a circle. And people have live sex in the middle. And not like people, like two people have been up for 3 days, getting cigarette butts put out on them. Just disgusting, fat, fucking disgusting, hairy people. Some guy that hasn't taken a shower, that instead of giving blood for $10, he goes and sucks a black ass that hasn't been watered in 4 fucking days. That's backed up with sperm and shit and God knows what else. And you put tokens in this thing, and the thing slides up, and people fuck in front of you. And you take your dick out and you whack. Here's the beauty of it. That after you fucking jizz on the floor, they pay a guy $10 an hour plus benefits to come in with a mop, and he wipes his jizz up, and they do it constantly. But in the 8th grade, I cut fucking school, and I don't give a fuck if he gets mad at me. There's a trooper in San Diego. His name is Paris Pizziona. I went to school with him, and he joined the fucking Marines. And we went over to the city one time. Me, Paris Pizziona, Carlos fucking the Perez, and Dominic Special, God bless his soul. We did THC Crystal. And this motherfucker would stick his head. They have peep shows that have the plexiglass that you whack off on the glass. Then there's these idiots that go see Avatar with 3D glasses. Bitch, I seen pussy in 3D. You put a quarter in the thing slides up, and you stick your hand in, and you put the quarter or the dollar bill in your mouth, and the fat fucking chick will get up and let you suck her tits for $1. So my friend got all hot and sticky. We're in the 8th grade. He's like, dog, I need everybody's money. And we're like, what's going on? He goes, I'm going in and I'm sucking that black chick's big titties. She had those big 44Ds with the big pink fucking aortas with the nipple. Whatever the fuck they are. With that fucking nipple that look like Batman's rope, the ones he climbs. You know the ones he climbs up the side of the building? That's what the nipples look like. They droop down like they hadn't been watered in years. Then my buddy Paris is in love with this bitch, and he's sucking her tits, and he's putting tokens in there. He's whacking off, and finally he was out of tokens, and he got caught up in the tit. And the sliding door would come down like the pendulum and enter the dragon, and it landed on his fucking neck, and he's in there, and we're out there like, what the fuck happened to Paris? We kick open the door, he's fucking stuck. We had like barricaded, an ambulance come, we cut him in the back of the fucking neck. But the fucking patois of that, just those fucking patois. And right now, guess the old Laugh Factory is at the biggest peep store. When you get off Port Authority, on 42nd Street, you look to your left.
Oh, you mean the Laugh Factory?
On the corner. That was the biggest peep store. That was 3 floors. Gambino owned.
Really?
Disgusting.
How is that still there? The Laugh Factory?
No, I don't think it's there no more. No,
I think it came and went.
That was a big fucking rent. That was a big.
I would hear about it. And I'd hear there was only a few people there. I'd be like, that's like
dog. For 30 years, people had to suck and fuck, and they couldn't make the rent. I think Jamie's gonna giggle there with those badass comics and make rent.
It takes a while to change the perception of a neighborhood.
Fucking crazy. Right? All that.
Did they have any other theaters there or anything?
I don't know what's there, but 42nd Street, that side of it was perverted, and then they worked you slow. It was classic, because when you cross the street to 42nd Street, those first 10 movie theaters were first-run movies, Avatar. Then it got into Dirty Harry and the Valachi Papers for $5, and then it just turned to this disgusting, vile place at the end, where I went into one of those theaters one time as a kid. You go in there to a rated X because they're open at 11. You buy some bad weed. In those days, you made that turn around 42nd Street, and all you hear was marijuana, acid, cocaine, and it was all fake.
Really?
All fake. Like if you in those days, High Times used to sell fake weed in the back.
They still do.
They still do, and that's what they'd sell you for $5. IDs, passports. But towards the end there was a rated X theater. One day we went in there. 13. You think you're cool, dog? You go to the bathroom in there. It could be completely empty when you looked. It was like The Godfather when they're in the hospital with the father. How empty it was. But bro, all you had to do was get to the fucking thing, lower your zip when you were 13, and they came out of the fucking walls. It was like I Am Legend. A bunch of fucking disgruntled homos coming out of the road with sperm on their lips. It was like a zombie movie. It was like one of those zombie movies. They were dead from dick sucking.